got nothing left to prove. Your threats I find absurd. I am your hell. Every time you think that I'm done, I'll come back stronger.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm here, back for another Doomed Predictions, apparently. Tonight, WWE SummerSlam is live from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. And, of course, it can all be watched on the WWE Network for $9.99. For crying out loud, people. Even if you just watch pay-per-views, occasionally watch pay-per-views, this is so worth it. Even for the non-contract, you can do $12.99 a month with the non-contract, and it's still totally worth it. But that's besides the point. What we're here for today is, again, just my predictions, which so far, these never turn out well. I'm usually very wrong on each and every one. But let's get started. So the pay-per-view, the show is going to kick off tonight with the SummerSlam kickoff, Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why they've been jobbing Cesaro big time. I mean, he's one of the best guys they have on the roster. Quite frankly, he should be main eventing. He should be challenging for the title. For crying out loud, Cesaro can be the WWE champion if they let him. But for some reason, they're not. I don't get it. But tonight, Rob Van Dam, who, let's call a spade a spade. You know, he's past his prime. Time is on. I mean, he's still great. Van Dam is awesome, but he's just not the Van Dam of old. Actually, both these guys have been jobbing. I wouldn't be shocked if it was a double count-out or a draw or something. But the way they've been messing around with Cesaro, I'm going to go with Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam picking up the win here in the pre-show. And for the main attraction, the actual SummerSlam itself, there are 8 big matches. Actually, I like the lineup. The lineup is really, really good. These matches, each one of them have a really good story to them. Well, almost. There's one that just is. But I think tonight's show is actually going to be one of the better SummerSlams in a long time. Regrettably, I won't be there today. I was there for the last 2 SummerSlams, which are also out in Los Angeles. But I'll be watching tonight on the network for $9.99. So let's kick things off here. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. The Intercontinental Championship will be on the line tonight. The Miz winning the Intercontinental title in a Battle Royal last month at Payback. The Miz coming back. He's got this angle, this Hollywood angle. He's in the Marine 4. So I guess they're working him. Not I guess, but they're working him as Hollywood, if you will. But in that Battle Royal, Dolph Ziggler looked like he was the last one. You know, the Miz wasn't in the ring, so everyone figured Dolph Ziggler won the title. Of course, the Miz was outside the ring, came in, booted Ziggler out over the top. Hence, Miz is your, I believe, 3-time Intercontinental Champion. So we're going to see. With this one, again, it's another one. Dolph Ziggler, he has the potential. He was world champion, albeit for a month and 24 minutes, but he has the potential of carrying the company. The Miz, he was there. I like The Miz a lot. He was WWE champion, and I don't mind him as Intercontinental champion, but this match, I'm hoping for Dolph Ziggler. I'm pulling for Dolph Ziggler. I think they set this up with The Miz winning the title last month to kind of give Dolph a little bit more of a push. Dolph Ziggler, new Intercontinental champion tonight. In a straight-up singles match, just a grudge match, if you will, Randy Orton taking on Roman Reigns. He's an up-and-comer. He's big time right now. Certainly has the lineage. He's in the same family as The Rock, Yokozuna, Rikishi, all of them. So Roman Reigns has the ability. Give him a little bit more time. He's new. I would say in a year or two, definitely WWE champion. Tonight, though, he's going to continue his dominance against Randy Orton. Roman Reigns, the victor, here tonight. The WWE Divas title will be on the line tonight. AJ Lee and Paige. This one also is good with the story angle. AJ came back after 3-month hiatus, rocking that engagement ring and that wedding ring. We all know she's married to CM Punk. But AJ back winning the title from Paige in the same fashion that Paige beat AJ Lee the night after WrestleMania 30. So And then they became what they were calling frenemies. So they were fighting, but they were mutual respect until Paige flipped the switch, turned heel, turned on AJ Lee, and Paige, I think, is a much better heel than she would be face. Tonight, though, I see AJ Lee retaining the Divas title over Paige. In a good old-fashioned flag match. Nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned flag match. Jack Swagger versus Rusev. It's hard to... I don't know. It's weird. I don't think I've ever really seen... I'm going to jinx this right now. I don't think I've ever seen a flag match in the home country where that country loses, except maybe during the whole U.S.-Canada thing. But I think it's time. I think Rusev, dominant. He still can be dominant. It's just time for him to drop one. And I think Jack Swagger is the guy. He's got tremendous push. Granted, it's the whole patriotism push, but listen, it works. Jack Swagger's got one of the greatest minds, in my opinion, and one of the greatest non-wrestlers in the business that I'm excited to see all the time, Zeb Coulter. So tonight, Jack Swagger, he's got the Fury back. I don't think he's going to be face. I think after this, he'll probably go back heel. But tonight, Jack Swagger over Rusev with a win, and a legit, maybe not a count out, not a DQ, an actual win. Give Rusev that first loss of his. And as Zeb Coulter says, the 50 stars and 13 bars will be flying high in the Staples Center. In a lumberjack match, Dean Ambrose will be going one-on-one with Mr. Money in the Bank Seth Rollins. Shield members, when the Shield broke up, Roman Reigns went off on his own respectively, and I think that needed to be, because Roman needs to do his thing, which they're definitely doing. I mean, Roman Reigns retained a lot of the Shield aspect, the theme song, the entrance song, the gear. But Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins with their feud, it makes sense. And Dean Ambrose, every time Seth Rollins goes to cash in Money in the Bank, Dean Ambrose comes in and has been thwarting that, or stopping it, I guess would be a smarter word for me to use. So tonight in a lumberjack match, I'm not sure if they're going to do 15 lumberjacks, 30 lumberjacks. The two of them, it's not a main event, so it's probably going to be a small number of lumberjacks. But I like a lumberjack match. I like those old school stipulations. Last year you had a Ring of Fire, and which is cool and all. But flag match tonight, lumberjack match. It's just kind of old school. Short of a 2 out of 3 falls match somewhere. We're talking like 80s, 90s matches here. But tonight, Seth Rollins, I believe, will go over Dean Ambrose because he is Money in the Bank. And I'm sure one of the lumberjacks will have something to do with that. All right, so now, in my opinion, some of the big 3 matches here. And just give me 2 seconds. Hope you didn't hear that. All right, first, Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. Of course, everyone knows I'm a Jerichoholic. Big Chris Jericho fan. He's definitely, if Hulk Hogan's number 1 in my book, Jericho is 1A. Tonight, though, it's going to be just straight up one-on-one. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper banned from ringside because of Chris Jericho, which is good. So we're going to see how Bray Wyatt really reacts in a one-on-one situation. Like last year, Bray Wyatt debuted against Kane in the Ring of Fire match, and the idea was to keep Rowan and Harper out of the ring, but they just found their way in, which is fine. But tonight we're going to see if Bray Wyatt can really carry that one-on-one match. And Chris Jericho, I mean, he's the best in the world at what he does. A lot of people still have, some qualms about him jobbing the Fandango at WrestleMania 29 in Fandango's debut match. But listen, Jericho's been around the business for a while. He's a veteran. It's kind of that happens. The older guys put over the new guys. They're supposed to do that. As long as the match is entertaining, the outcome is what it is. But tonight, I'm going to say Bray Wyatt will go over Chris Jericho. As much as I hate to say that, Chris Jericho, he won last month at Payback. He beat Bray Wyatt. But I think tonight it's going to be Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's going to show that he's able to go into the ring. He's able to go one-on-one without the need of Eric Rowan, without the need of Luke Harper. And I think we're going to see something special out of Bray Wyatt. Bray's match against John Cena at WrestleMania 30 was one of the best matches of the night. Bray can go. And I think we're going to see that again tonight when he takes on Chris Jericho. in a match that is going to be physically ugly to watch, but the story itself is definitely backing us up. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. It's all leading up to how the Authority putting down Daniel Bryan, didn't want him to be champion for 6 months. No, not even. From August through SummerSlam 2013 through WrestleMania 30, they just never gave Daniel Bryan a chance. But with Bryan injured, Brie Bella, who's Daniel Bryan's wife in real life, she had the whole thing with her slapping Stephanie, and then Stephanie slapping her, and then Stephanie being arrested. That part with Stephanie being arrested was fantastic. Brie Bella getting arrested, a little too much, but it's okay. Now these two, though, it's going to be ugly. Brie Bella just can't... I don't want to put them down. Listen, they're doing what they do. It's fantastic. Stephanie's a McMahon. McMahon's... Look, Vince was horrible in the ring, but he gets the story across, and that's all that matters. Brie Bella, be on the lookout, though. You may want to mute your TV, so that way you don't know what's coming, because Brie, all she does is just scream out moves. But I think this match, at some point... Now, Nikki Bella is going to be in the corner of her sister Brie. Triple H will be in the corner of his wife Stephanie. I don't think we're going to see Daniel Bryan because he's injured, legitly. And trust me, this would be 100 times better. And it's good now, don't get me wrong. But it would be 100 times better if this was a mixed tag. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus Stephanie and Triple H. But we get what we need to get. We're going to do what we need to do here. So at this point, I'm going to say Stephanie because, A, she's a McMahon. You know something's going to come up, and I just have this gut feeling. I've been watching wrestling all my life that Nikki is going to turn on Brie, and we're going to see that happen tonight, and Nikki end up with the Authority and just causing Brie Bella her match. How, I don't know, but I definitely see that happening. So Stephanie McMahon over Brie Bella. And the big one. The rubber match, if you will, over 10 years in the making. John Cena defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. A lot of people have a problem with Brock Lesnar. He's a part-timer. He ended the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. I don't have a problem with any of that. I have a problem with part-timers, but they're not really working Brock Lesnar like they did Batista. You know, Batista part-timer, he came in, he wins the Rumble. Plus, you always get the exceptions to the rule. And as much as Batista really got... He got shafted coming back and everything that happened with him. But Brock is just... You kind of expect it. It's like, okay. You know, Brock is just... he's an animal. So I don't mind him coming back just once in a while, wrestling 2-3 times a year. If he wins the title, though, and I'll tell you my prediction in a moment, if he wins the title, he better be wrestling more than that. But he comes in, does what he has to do, and leaves. That's his MO. That's his gimmick. I have no problem with Brock Lesnar ending the undefeated streak at WrestleMania. It makes sense. A buddy of mine on Facebook, he actually made a good point. It's like, it's clear that Brock Lesnar, why would Brock Lesnar lose to The Undertaker? B, even though he's a part-timer, he's a steady part-timer, and why give handing the streak over to somebody else, to a new person, to a new guy who's just going to leave in a year or the gimmick just doesn't work? Brock Lesnar, that gimmick is going to work. So with that, heading into SummerSlam, taking on John Cena. Now, this is going to be the third time these two take on each other. First time was years ago at, I want to say Backlash 2003. Yeah, it was after WrestleMania 19. Backlash 2003, Cena, brand new in the business. Brock Lesnar, I believe it was his second WWE Championship. He's just coming off beating Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19. It was not physical. It was just a match. I mean, it was, but John was young. Brock Lesnar was young, too. It was a good match. Check it out on the WWE Network for the amount of $9.99. So that was good. Brock Lesnar won that one. Definitely Cena wasn't going over on that. Fast forward, Extreme Rules 2012. I mean, 10 years later almost, John Cena solidified his dominance in the WWE. Brock Lesnar, a beast coming off of UFC. He's just coming back for the first time in years. So that match was just ugly. Not bad ugly, brutal. I mean, Cena was busted wide open in the first couple minutes of the match from a stiff elbow right to the top of his head. But it was hard-hitting, which, for those two, it makes sense. And it's fine. But it was a brutal match. John Cena won. I don't think he should have, but he did. Tonight, though, with the world title on the line, I'm calling it right now, Brock Lesnar, the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I'm saying right now, it's the way it's got to be. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar with the title. That's how it works. How long he holds it, I wouldn't be surprised if he held it until WrestleMania. Ooh, excuse me. That's how good it would be. And that's how good Brock Lesnar is. So there's my predictions. As for some reason, hiccups are starting to appear. So, my predictions real quick. Van Dam, Seth Rollins, new Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns, AJ holding on to the title, Jack Swagger winning the flag match, Stephanie McMahon over Brie Bella because of Nikki, Bray Wyatt over Chris Jericho, and we will crown a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion in the name of the one in 21-1. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar. Again, these are my predictions. These are not spoilers. I haven't read anything. I don't know anything. Just off the top of my head. Definitely chime in. Hashtag, I don't know what you want to do. You can tweet me. Tweet me at More365. Follow me on Facebook, More365, Instagram, More365, YouTube, More365, and that is MOHR365. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. I hope you watch the WWE Network. Watch SummerSlam, for crying out loud. It is only $9.99. It is well worth it. And have fun. Let me know what's going on. Catch you on the flip side.